An unexpected event is about to occur in your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Something is about to happen, and what is about to happen, it's going to open your eyes. Once your eyes open, nothing will close them ever again. I'm not saying that your eyes were closed, but you will see exactly what I mean, because you are going to become aware of some kind of a blockage, something that was affecting you big time, and this in itself is going to become absolutely evident at this point in your life. So at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and this week is indeed going to be in between the 13th and the 19th of March 2023. Right at the beginning of this week, you are really kind of need to become aware of this, because this is going to be good. This is going to be brilliant. Unexpected event is about to occur, and that in itself, it's actually going to also be at the same time the moment in time where you're going to realize that a huge, a massive, a giant problem in your life is literally coming to an end. This is bringing such a powerful moment, such a powerful conclusion to you, and it's going to make you instantly active. It's going to make you instantly determined. There is so much that is going to be on your mind. This energy is just going to make you rise in so many different ways. You are going to start going like well deep in the best possible way, and you're going to be kind of thinking a lot what you want to do, what you want to try, what you want to explore. Your mind is going to be going like to all sorts of places indeed when it comes to like you wanting to come out of your shell. But you're also going to be thinking a lot within these terms, like, oh my god, there is so much more to life, there is so much more to do, there is so much more to explore. We are on this earth for literally like 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? We are on this earth for such a short amount of time, so to have some kind of like a really fantastic attitude towards this, it's positive attitude towards this, it's absolutely the best, my gorgeous Scorpione. Once you click with all these things within, this in itself is bringing you such an important balance and energy that you haven't felt in a very long time. So that's why I'm saying that not only you're going to feel like remarkable, lots of ideas, it's like, oh my god, but at the same time, this is going to make you feel extremely active and determined. And that in itself, it's all going to lead towards you having a very important idea. This idea that you are going to have at the beginning of this week, it's going to elevate you so much. And how you're going to know which idea I'm talking about? Trust me, you will know, because this means to you so much, and at the same time it's going to bring such a huge success into your life, both when it comes to money, finances, and also when it comes to your emotions. This is going to be such a big win-win situation, because you're going to understand the whole intensity when it comes to your sign. If you are thinking in just a little bit of negative way about something that's ahead of you, you just bring yourself down and you just slow yourself so much, because you're ridiculously powerful when it comes to your subconscious mind, when it comes to your intuition. Even if you're like facing a path and it's all great, it's amazing, you're thinking how you're going to do something, but if there is a little tiny bit of negativity, this is just going to take over and just bring the whole thing down. So this is why you have to be completely honest and completely open with yourself at the same time, so nothing is left behind in terms of karma. Okay, and so this is gonna kind of give you an idea how to have a really how to bring a success into your life. This is going to reflect on your money, on your finances, but at the same time it's really kind of bringing a really victory into your life when it comes to stability. And that in itself is also going to give you control over something that you haven't had over the last 11 months. Okay, so you're also going to have a control over something that you haven't had within the last 11 months. Try to think what this is, because it's a lot to do with people feeling, with people being no, this is going to give you control over a situation. Malfunction, change his chip. No, my God, no, I'm joking. This is going to bring you control over a situation. A control over, like, for example, things that have making you feel kind of narrow-minded, but they weren't making you feel narrow-minded. It's going to bring you control over people who brought, restraint, to you, restraint caused by other people. So this in itself is going to really give you control over that, and that in itself, it's really also going to help you to deal with this obstacle that was created in itself, because subconsciously you became maybe just a little bit narrow-minded about the certain things that you should have been completely open-minded with. But I'm not blaming you for that whatsoever, because this is the direct result of things that you have been through within the last 2 or 3 years. So you haven't done absolutely anything wrong. In fact, you did the right thing at the time when all this was kind of happening. So now this is really kind of going to give you control over you kind of feeling a lack of strength, and that was the obstacle that was like created, you feeling a lack of strength, and so this is, of course, that this is going to be really, really important, because when you are facing challenges after that moment in time, you are going to be able to respond into a completely different way. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. And also pay attention to the very, very unusual dream that you are going to have at around the first week. Okay, very, very strange and very unusual dream. This strange and unusual dream that you are going to have, it's on one hand going to point you towards the right direction in life. You will know you need to investigate something. You will know you need to look further into something. And at the same time, another thing that strange dream is going to make you aware of, you are going to become aware of someone in your life needing your help. Someone is dealing with something very, very difficult, and it's almost like, the situation in between life and death. You know what I mean? Someone is dealing with something very difficult in your life that you don't know about, and that person is rather weak at the moment. They're not being themselves, but the problem is that they are having some kind of a dark entities around them who are sucking out this energy in such a way where someone is going to try to manipulate that particular person who you're going to dream about. Someone is going to try to manipulate that person, into doing something that they would never do. All right, and this in itself is literally in between the life and death. I'm sorry to be so dramatic, but I'm a dramatic mama. I'm a dramatic mama. Even my little Plantini agrees, yeah? Look, even she agrees. Do you agree with me? Yeah, of course she does. So you see what I mean? So this is why this is so important. Another thing I want to say to you, I said this before, lots of people don't have dreams anymore. There's so many different reasons why this is happening, And even if you don't really vividly remember the actual dream at around the first week, what I've just mentioned, or you can also use the power of your mind fully. So pay attention to what is also on your mind the very first thing in the morning, within the first few days, okay, of this week, sorry. You need to pay attention what is on your mind. So even if you don't remember your dream vividly, if like the name of John is like on your mind, oh my God, John, oh, John needs my help. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, just pay attention to the little messages that you're going to have as soon as you wake up, as soon as you open your gorgeous eyes. The first few minutes are so crucial, so important, because you're still in touch with the deepest parts of yourself, because we are traveling through so many different dimensions while we are sleeping. We have astral projections every night, but we don't necessarily remember. But I say to you, what we remember is the first few minutes when we wake up, when we have something odd on our mind, then we should just do it. We should just go for it. So if you don't remember your dream vividly, just pay attention to what is actually going to be on your mind. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, listen to me very carefully. I'm going to say this only once. My God, what's wrong with me? It's Allo. Do you know that comedy? It's like, my God, sorry. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, so At around the midweek, you're actually going to have a really kind of unusual sign here, you know. And that sign you should absolutely not ignore. This sign is going to pretty much so make aware of some kind of bad investment. You see what I mean? So that sign is going to make you aware of a bad investment. And I'm telling you, you shouldn't be ignoring this, because you will do something against your own will, because you are extremely spiritual, very open-minded, you are so intuitive. So don't ignore this like kind of sign that you are going to have, and you will know what I mean. And just before, you know, you want to make some kind of investment, or you're thinking about making some kind of investment, you know, so this sign is going to make you aware of the fact not to make this bad investment. That there's some kind of investment, something that you've been thinking about doing, maybe you shouldn't do it. And I'm not being a dark lala again, but I'm just like kind of, I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to do what you wanted to do here, but maybe now at the moment in time, this is not the right thing to do, okay? So this is something you need to be prepared to, because this investment is not actually going to be good. And also, as somebody, it's going to be so kind of honest with you at around the midweek. Somebody is going to be like a brutally honest with you. And it's almost going to surprise you, like, oh my God, I can't believe how he spoke to me, how she spoke to me. Nothing bad about it, because it's somebody who's like a prominent person in your life. That particular person is going to be very honest with you, you know, especially when it comes to you and not allowing someone to take an advantage of you. Okay, so maybe you need to kind of think who is like kind of maybe taking an advantage of you, or whatever this is, you know. But it's important for you to pay attention to this, because it's also very, very, it's coming from somebody who is like a prominent person in your life. And maybe you're not going to have a conversation with that person directly, but maybe through something what they're going to say to you while you're having conversation, you're going to realize this. So you may not talk about it directly, but the bottom line, the outcome of that conversation is going to be that you're going to realize that you must not allow someone to take an advantage of you. And this is important, because at the same time we are talking about someone who is like a very much so two-faced, and somebody, you know, who is not who they claim that they actually are. And I don't like when someone is taking advantage of my gorgeous little Scorpiones, you see. So that's why you just need to kind of see who this is and identify this person, and just say, bye darling, see you later alligator. Okay, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, I like this, especially when it comes to the actual 18th and the 19th of March. Here, you're going to have such a big, huge, and massive realization. Something is going to elevate you so much. And that realization that you're going to have on the 18th and the 19th of March, I know that you're going to be doing something that you really love. I know that you're going to be working on something that you really enjoy. I know that you're going to be focusing on something that raises your vibration and energy like the biggest mama in this world, you know what I mean? So you are already going to be working on something that you're committed to, that is going to make you feel so kind of creative, and that is going to elevate your energy. You're going to feel so good. Why am I saying this to you? Because when we are working on something that means to us so much, we are projecting very, very special vibration and energy that in return kind of opens us up, makes us brave when we are not brave. It kind of makes us optimistic when we are like kind of too dark, but at the same time it kind of makes us to kind of go so much further with our own mind. So this is going to make you realize something so big. You're going to have such an important realization about where you are in this world, in this life, what you want to do, what you feel like passionately, like the next step it's going to be. So it's about your desires that you're actually going to realize, but that in itself, it's going to require from you to change something, to abandon some kind of plan, which is to do with your future anyway. So you're not there yet. Sorry, love, you're not there yet. So it's to do with the future. So you're not there yet. So it doesn't matter. It's completely normal to have something like about your future. Oh, I want to have a house like this. Oh, like all your life you want to have this house, like a gorgeous modern house, and then suddenly you reach some kind of breaking points, turning points, and then suddenly, instead of having like a modern house, now suddenly you want a big old castle. That's me, that's me, that's me. That didn't change with me. Always wanted a big castle. Not a real massive castle, but it's like a castle type of house, you know, like that type of thing, like old forest, little old like castle type of thing. That's me, that's me. All candles everywhere, you know, like, but whatever, you know. But I'm just saying that, you know, you're gonna realize that there is something that you are gonna need to change about some kind of plan in the future, but that is gonna feel good. And at the same time, it's about this continuance of certain efforts, but then, you know, this, what you're gonna realize that was bringing you more struggle than anything else, almost as if you have found yourself on a certain path, and now you're gonna realize why things hasn't been happening, why the things didn't change to the extent you wanted it to change, you see. So it's all going to be like kind of release moment here. Oh god, struggle. I'm not used to having a little table here. I just kicked myself. Yeah, so basically it's a struggle. So you were struggling with this anyway, so you know, so this is going to be quite good. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, at around the end of the week, I like this so much. It's like you are going to become aware of this opportunity, you know, and this is only you becoming aware of this opportunity for the first time in your life, and this is going to feel so good. And this opportunity that you're going to become aware of is like really a lot to do with your home. It's a lot to do with your happiness. It's a lot to do with the pleasure in your life that is going to bring you so much peace, love and contentment. But at the same time, it's to do with like you doing something that is going to bring you an excellent reputation. Not only this is going to bring you an excellent reputation, but at the same time, this is going to be an opportunity to have a big massive change. Exactly 17 days later, exactly 1/7, exactly 17 days later, there is going to be specific news that you're going to become aware of, which is going to come to you completely out of the blue. And after that moment, everything is going to be clear to you. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I love you so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.